Another game here this afternoon as it is the Grayson County Lady Cougars against the McLean County Lady Cougars. So we welcome you back here to Grayson County High School for the second time this afternoon. Sam Gormley here back with you. So we appreciate you taking the time to tune in to this evening's coverage. Coming up on our locker room show, we'll introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Todd Johnston, and give you the starting lineups. Comes up and more right here on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
With a My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
The McLean County Lady Cougars are 3-12 on the season, 0-2 in the 10th district. They did defeat Grayson County earlier this season in a game played in Calhoun, 49-37. In that game, it was Cashlyn Rice. She had 18 points in the game. She was 10 of 10 from the free throw line in the game against the Lady Cougars. The rest of the season from the charity stripe, she's only shooting 46%. So she was really, really good from the free throw line against Grayson County in that game. Brianna Fraley is their leading scorer and rebounder at 10.4 points and 7.6 rebounds per game. Kennedy Level averaging 6.7. Cashlyn Rice at 6.4. Sarah Miller at 7.7 points per game. Todd Johnson, the head coach of the Lady Cougars, will take a break and introduce you to the Lady Cougars of Grayson County after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
My mom was caught doing drugs, and they said, this is not where children are supposed to be. So they removed me and my siblings and into foster care.
Brianna spent 9 years in foster care before being adopted with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
After I was adopted, I felt very safe. I definitely see myself going in the right direction.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care like Brianna who need a family now. You can help us find them the safe, permanent homes they deserve. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
259-5696.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Back here at the Cougar Den, Grayson County and McLean County about ready to get underway. Last night, the Lady Cougars of Grayson County lost a game at Butler County. In that game, it was Arissa Riggs who led the way with 10 points. Sutton Van Meter continued her high-powered offense. She's been playing really, really well as of late. And she scored 8 points in the game, and if she can keep going, but the biggest key to Grayson is got to find a way to get Sydney Perkins rolling again. As she only had 1 point last night. Game before she had 9 points against that was against Warren East. 2 the game before against Fort Knox. She's got to find a way to start to get her rolling again. That's really important for if this Lady Cougar team can go. Because when Sydney's firing from 3, she can be one of the better players in this entire district, and they're going to need her tonight to take down a talented young McLean County team. Todd Johnson's the head coach of the Lady Cougars. We'll talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball right here on K105.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches? Ready? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Lady Cougars, head coach Todd Johnston. You've had the chance to kind of think about last night a little bit more. What were some of your takeaways?
Well, we had more turnovers than I thought. We ended up with 25, so that's disappointing. And, I think I mentioned to you before we need to try to get 45 to 50 shots a game. Well, we got 30. The good thing about that is Butler County only got 32. But, they had 20 turnovers themselves. But, we had an uncharacteristic bad night at the foul line. We shot 50%, 9 for 18. We got to make those. When we get an opportunity to get easy points, we got to make them. But, I was just telling the girls in the locker room that, offensively, other than that part that's the most important, putting the ball in the hole, we weren't bad. So something to build on, I hope.
Offensively, a couple of your shooters have been struggling over these past couple of games. As a coach, what can you do to help shooters who are struggling?
Well, honestly, it's getting in the gym, and Sydney has. She's been in here shooting extra, trying to work her way out of this slump, and it'll come. It'll come. She's too good a shooter to be on a stretch like this, but she'll be fine. Luckily, Sutton's really shooting the ball really well. Arissa was better last night from the three-point line. I think she was 2 for 5. So, we got to get Isabel going. She's struggled a little bit, and I'm playing her JV tonight to try to get that going. But I was telling Isabel, our best games this year have been when she scored for us. Even going back to the Clinton County scrimmage, she hit 3 threes, and then against UHA, she had 17. So, we need her contribution offensively, whether it's off the bench, or starting, either one. But we need her to make some shots as well.
For the second time this season, you're playing an opponent for the second time. The last time you were the winner going in. This time you're the loser. Does that really mean anything?
I don't think so. Honestly, we're about as even with McLean County offensively and defensively as you can be. And our teams are very similar. We look a lot alike and about the same size. So it boils down that day who plays better. And, in December they played better. They gave, our press wasn't as effective as I thought maybe it would have been. But, we're still going to try to turn up the heat a little bit, generate some points that way. But got to be smarter and pick and choose when we do that.
What do you see from them as a whole, and how have they grown over these past 3 weeks since the last time you played them?
Well, the thing that bothers me about them is you never really know who to key on. The Rice girl got 18 on us, but the Level girl, the freshman guard, who's going to be a really nice player, she's had nights where she's had 20. And then the Fraley girl, who I think's their best all-around player, is capable of going for 20 and 10 and getting 5, 6, 7 blocks. So they're really hard to key on one person, and they execute really well. We have to be really fundamental defensively, be in our gaps, talk, avoid the screens when they're coming because they do execute so well. And if we do that, then, I think we'll be right in it till the end.
How do you pick up a win?
Well, we got to rebound, got to score, and again, 45 points. I think we'll win this game. Hopefully, we can turn them over. And one of the big keys last night in the Butler County game is they had 21 points on off our turnovers. Well, we had 6 on theirs. So when the turnovers were about the same, but we got to capitalize on it when we get that. So if we can do that when we turn them over, generate some easy points, and again, 6, 7 threes, and I think we'll be okay.
Coach, good luck. More here coming up in the locker room show after this.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
$700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. Hungry kids get sick more often and can struggle in school. It can be harder for them to focus and learn.
Here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars about to take on the Lady Cougars of McLean County. We'll meet the starting lineups for both teams. First from McLean County, sophomore guard number 2, Sarah Larkin, averaging 3 points a game. Kennedy Levels, the freshman guard, 6.7 points a game. Cashlyn Rice, the senior guard number 4, 6.4 points a game. Sarah Miller, the junior guard, at 7.7 points. And Danielle Reynolds at 1.6 points per game. Starting lineup for the Grayson County Lady Cougars, senior guard at number 5, Arissa Riggs. Sophomore guard number 11, Sutton Van Meter. Freshman guard number 12, Kennedy Green. Junior guard number 10, Sydney Perkins. And sophomore forward number 44, Ella Narvaez. Once more, that starting lineup: Riggs, Perkins, Van Meter, Green, and Narvaez. The play-by-play is next on K105.
A tree can be unifying, inviting diverse communities to gather over common roots. A tree can be innovative, effortlessly pulling carbon from the air. A tree can be noble, actively nurturing life in an uncertain world. The Arbor Day Foundation has been planting trees for 50 years, in every season and soil, every climate and corner of the earth. A tree can be transformational, helping us turn local action into global impact. That's why now is the time for trees. Lots of trees. Let's tell the world everything a tree can be. Because a tree can be a solution.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars are getting ready to take on the Lady Cougars. It's a battle between Lady Cougars galore here today. The starting lineups, one more time for Grayson, is Riggs, Perkins, Van Meter, Green, Narvaez. For McLean County, it's Larkin, Level, Rice, Miller, and Reynolds. We'll take a break. One more. The play-by-play is next here on K105.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketches, ready? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Get ready to start here from Grayson County High School. Sam Gormley with you here as it is. Actually, we're running early today. I was a little worried that when they started this, when they announced that they were going to be doing rolling clocks and everything, I didn't think this game was going to start before 6 o'clock. But look at us starting here before the original start time of 5:30. So it's good to get going. The starting lineups one more time. Larkin, Level, Rice, Miller, Reynolds for McLean. And for Grayson, Riggs, Perkins, Van Meter, Green, and Narvaez. Mr. Spirit is in the building. He goes to the bench and gives a handshake towards, I'm not sure who he was shaking the hand of. It was, I think, Kinley Jones, who's wearing a jersey on the bench today. She's wearing the number 23 jersey. I don't think she's quite eligible, but was shaking as she was sitting in Todd Johnston's seat, and Todd Johnston was about to sit down and realized she was sitting there. It's time for basketball in Litchfield, the second game of our doubleheader between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Cougars. The opening tip is up, and it's controlled by Grayson County. Kennedy Green knocked it back into the hands of Sutton Van Meter. Lady Cougars lost last night 45-27 to Butler County. Trying to find a way to get the offense rolling. as Perkins drives down, dumps it off the green, shot far side, can't get the roll. Rebound on the floor is a loose ball. We're going to have a jump ball. It's going to send the ball back towards McLean County. This will be a bounce pass in, trapped in the backcourt, and the ball's going to go out of bounds, and then it'll be McLean County basketball, and it's going to roll down over the far side. Official John Bettner runs after there, and he goes and grabs it. John, one of the nicest guys he's one of the nicer officials that you'll have contact with in this area. Passing in as he comes from Breckenridge County area. They'll pass it in, and here we come. Up into the far side, it is Cashlyn Rice. She was the leading scorer when these two teams played a couple of weeks ago, but she turns it over, gives it off to Kennedy Green, who has it at the logo. Green will dribble it off to Sutton Van Meter to set up the offense for Grayson County. Van Meter on the near side of the floor. No score early on, about 40 seconds into the game. Out front to Green. Green off to the right wing to Riggs. Both of these teams, there's a pass down to Van Meter on the right side, too hard on the layup. Rebounded on the inside by McLean County, and they're immediately looking to push up the far side of the floor. Driving down, now backing it off into the far corner. Left side. Now back to set it up here in between the circles is Sarah Larkin. Both of these teams received votes in the most recent third region media poll. Both are, with receiving votes, were 11th in the poll as Grayson County with a record of 4-11, McLean County with a record of 3-12. Sydney Perkins gets a steal. She's going to take it up the far side of the floor. Perkins angles back here towards the near side. She lowers her shoulder, gets to the hoop. They're going to wave the shot off. But we're going to have a bump foul called on the drive. Called on Sarah Larkin, her first, team first. 6:35 left in the opening quarter. No score between Grayson County and McLean County. Van Meter to trigger. Into the near corner to Perkins. Out front, Narvaez swings it off to Green. Green inside to Perkins. It was tapped. Perkins was able to run it back down. Gets a screen. Perkins thought about the three. Didn't have space. Gets it off right wing now, Riggs. Riggs to Narvaez. Narvaez back to the left wing. Perkins, three up, left side. Too hard on the right side. Rebounded on the floor by Cashlyn Rice, and she's going to take it up the far side of the floor. Rice slows. Picked up by Riggs. Out front to Level. Level is the freshman. Todd Johnston spoke very highly of her in the open. Larkin, handoff pass now. Back, deep three, left, right side is in and out by Miller. Long rebound chased down by Sydney Perkins. Perkins been all over the ball early on in this game. We're going to have a bump foul called from behind on Sarah Larkin. That'll be her second. That'll be two quick fouls on Larkin. Ryan Groves looks towards his bench, and he is going to bring one of his players into the game. It'll be Ava Lanham. She's appeared in every game this season, 2.2 points and 2.7 rebounds a game as Larkin will head to the bench, the sophomore guard. Grayson County in the home white jerseys, working from right to left with on your radio dial with the orange numerals in the navy blue trim. McLean County in black uniforms with maroon numerals and a gold trim. Riggs drives down the right side. Careens around and gets it out front now to Van Meter. 5.5 left in the first quarter. No score between Grayson County and McLean County. We're going to have a foul called on Cashlyn Rice. That'll be her first and the team's third of this half of play. Grayson County is the head coach, Todd Johnston, has a special connection to Ryan Groves, who's the head coach in McLean County. We'll talk about that as the broadcast goes along. Left wing, Perkins. Step back, right wing three is up, and it's good. Sydney Perkins puts in the three. That's a real good sign for Grayson. Hopefully that means that she can catch fire in this game as the Lady Cougars of Grayson are on the board first. Bounce pass over to the far side. Cashlyn Rice drives in. Floater from 10 feet is missed. Rebounded on the floor is going to be a jump ball and send the ball back to Grayson. Ryan Groves played high school basketball under Todd Johnston when Todd Johnston spent 2 seasons as the head coach of the McLean County boys. As Coach Johnston was telling me before the game that they had him, he pretty much was his his power forward as the number 4 spot. Perkins drives in. She's going to get 2 free throws here as she goes up for the shot, and she was hit with the body. Be called on Lanham, her first, team's 4th. Perkins will shoot 2. 76.4% from the free throw line this season. She struggled from the free throw line last night, only going 1 of 4, and that one was missed as well. Grayson County was 9 of 18 from the free throw line last night when they entered that game, 30th in the state and 3rd in the region in free throw percentage. She makes that second one, though, and it's Grayson County on top 4-0 4:50 left to play. Kennedy Green, a loose ball. She knocks it back, though, into the hands of Miller for McLean County on the far side of the floor. Passing down to the left side, the floater, the bank is open. And the shot is good for Lanham. Lanham makes the shot in there. It's 4-2 Grayson County. Left wing, Kennedy Green. Inside to Riggs. Riggs angles back towards the middle. Shots blocked out of bounds by Lanham. Lanham's come into the game and immediately put her name into the scorebook in a couple of different ways. 4-2 Lady Cougars of Grayson on top of the Lady Cougars of McLean. 4:24 left here in the first quarter. Bounce pass into the near corner to Van Meter. Off the left wing, Riggs. Into the corner to Perkins. Perkins fakes the handoff pass, and now they're going to set it back up. Left wing, Riggs. Out front, Narvaez swings it off to Perkins on the right side. Perkins drives in, loses the dribble, and it's picked back up, and here comes McLean County with numbers. They're rushing 3-on-1. Bounce pass left side, shots up, no good, but a foul's going to be called, and free throws are going to come for McLean County. Sutton Van Meter picks up the foul, her first, team's first. And it is going to be Danielle Reynolds to the free throw line. Her first one is good. Reynolds from the free throw line this season, just under 44%. This would be to tie the game up. And she will not do it as it's off to the right. Long rebound, though, chased down by McLean County in the corner. Nice defense by Kennedy Green. It's the bounce pass back in. Losing it. Handoff pass knocked out of bounds by Riggs. 4-3, McLean leads Grayson. Or Grayson leads McLean, rather. 3:53 left here in the first quarter of play. Miller passes in. Getting it out in front, in between the circles. They got the count going. Now cleaner it with a pass to Miller. Miller, interior pass off the right side. Basket good. Nice cut down the lane. And putting it in was another basket for Ava Lanham. She's got 4. And McLean has their first lead at 5-4 against Grayson County. 3.5 left to play in the opening quarter of play. Riggs off to the left wing to Green. Green will lower the shoulder, gets down, has it stripped. Narvaez gains it back, throws it away. And it's going to be a loose ball, and it's going to roll out. And that's going to be off of Grayson, they're going to say. And both officials do agree. Todd Johnston trying to plead his case, saying it was kicked. Cashlyn Rice passes into Lanham. Lanham shot blocked by Narvaez. Rice picks it up, and she's fouled by Grayson. Foul called on Kennedy Green, her first, team second. It'll be Cashlyn Rice to the free throw line, 56.6%. Rice against Grayson County last time they played back in December went 10 of 10 from the free throw line. The rest of the season against every other team, she shoots 46.5%. That first one is good. The second chance is good. She makes them both. Cashlyn Rice now against Grayson County this season is 12 of 12 from the free throw line. Handoff pass to Riggs. Riggs in between the circles, off left wing Van Meter. Van Meter out front to Perkins. Perkins backs it off right side. Riggs almost threw it away. Riggs able to drive down amongst the trees. A foul on the floor is going to be called. And we're going to have a foul called on Lanham. That'll be her second, team's 5th. 2:56 left here in the first quarter of play. Ryan Groves looks towards his bench. He's going to leave Lanham in the game with those 2 fouls. Van Meter to pass. Bounce pass into Green, thrown away. Perkins is able to run it back down on the left side. Almost fouled. Perkins drives in, goes up, shot right side. A blocking foul is going to be called. Foul's called on Danielle Reynolds. That is her first, team 6. A lot of fouls early on in this game. Be Sydney Perkins to the line. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line in this game. See the junior. Rattles in the first one. Second chance for Perkins is good. She makes it. Briley Renfro comes into the game. Coming out will be Ellen Narvaez. Perkins, Renfro, Riggs, Van Meter, and Green on the floor for Grayson County. Be a bounce pass into Level. She's double teamed, throwing it away. It's knocked out, and they're going to say it's off of Grayson County. Sarah Miller passes in, 7-6. McLean leads Grayson by 1 point. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter of play. Bounce pass into the left side, layup good on the left side by Danielle Reynolds. McLean is taking advantage in the post in this game, and they've got the 3-point advantage with 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Right side Riggs. Out front to Green. Green off to the left wing to Van Meter. Van Meter out front, Renfro. Off to Green. Green out front. Pass knocked away and taken away. Fast break. Layup. Good. Put in by Kennedy Level. She read the pass up front and broke away for a fast break opportunity. 11-6. Pass in by Green. Not a good one. And it's out of bounds. And substitution, Nyla Narvaez will re-enter in place of Kennedy Green. 11-6. 2:01 to play in the first quarter. McLean County on a little run here to try and expand upon their lead. Bounce pass over. Renfro tried to go diving after a Cashlyn Rice right up the middle. Bounce pass down to the left side. Another basket gone. McLean's breaking the pressure with ease. It's 5 points for Danielle Reynolds, and it's 13-6. McLean County leads Grayson County. Far side Narvaez. She drives down the far baseline, gets around the defender. Layup is missed. Rebound is out of bounds off of Grayson County. 1:38 left in the first quarter. McLean County leads Grayson County 13-6. Van Meter to pass in. Scans once, scans twice, scans a third time, and gets it into Renfro as it poked away from behind. It's going to stay Lady Cougar basketball. Isabel Blanton will come in for the first time. Blanton averaging just over 4 points a game in place of Briley Renfro. Van Meter passes, gets it into the right wing to Perkins. Perkins with the left hand gets a screen from Blanton, dribbled it off of her foot though. Luckily, Riggs was there to clean it up. Under 90 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. Riggs has it poked away. She gains it back. Riggs picks up her dribble, trying to find help, finds it with a handoff pass to Perkins. Right wing three is up, and Perkins misses it off the back of the iron. Rebound on the floor is picked up by McLean County, and a foul on Perkins, and that's just not a great foul by Sydney Perkins there. She wraps up the player. That'll be her first and the team's third. Katie McCoy comes into the game here for McLean County. 2.3 points and 1.5 rebounds a game. She's appeared in every game this season. Right side, it is McCoy with it. Guarded by Van Meter. Pass in, Rice has it picked up by Riggs. Under a minute to go in the first quarter of play. Passing in, Narvaez reaches up to grab it on the interior. Taps it off to Riggs. Riggs right up the middle for Grayson County. Outlet over to the right wing to Perkins. Perkins gets a screen from Riggs. Keeps her head up, looking over into the far corner to Riggs. Riggs spinning it around, gives it back now to Perkins with 37 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Left wing Van Meter. Out front Narvaez, off to Perkins, right side. Perkins fakes the drive, now backs it off and gives it to Riggs on the far side of the floor. Riggs drives in, gets around the defender, flips it up, right side, can't get it to go in, but free throws will come for Arissa Riggs. 20.9 on the clock here in the first quarter. 13-6 is the advantage for McLean County. 2 free throws coming for Arissa Riggs. Player not named Sydney Perkins has not scored until that free throw there by Arissa Riggs. Kennedy Level re-enters in place of Abel Lanham. Second chance for Riggs. She misses it off the back of the iron. Rebounded by McLean County. They lead 13-7. Got to imagine that they're going to be holding for the final shot. Up the far side of the floor, nearly losing the dribble, keeping it going with 8 seconds. Picking it up. Bounce pass in the near corner to Rice. Rice bounce pass off to the right side. A deep right wing three is short, and it is going to go out of bounds with 1.8 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. And you got to imagine that Grayson County is just going to dribble this clock out. They're going to do it into Van Meter. Van Meter will not take a shot. End of the first quarter play. It is Grayson County trailing McLean County 13-7. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, backpack kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have.
Lady Cougars of Grayson trail the Lady Cougars of McLean 13-7 at the end of the first quarter of play. It's game number 2 of our doubleheader here, but it's the 4th game that has been played here at Grayson County High School today. We've been doing a lot of these days where there have been 4 games playing. Luckily, we have broadcast all 4 of these today. We didn't have to dig into the dial book and pull out one Cole Snyder and Chase Blaine into doing some play-by-play of some JV games. Maybe next time. Ball's thrown away, and we're going to have a jump ball that is going to give possession to Grayson County here as McLean County has a turnover in their first offensive possession of the game. 13-7, McLean leads Grayson. 7:47 left here in the opening half of play. It'll be Van Meter off the left side, a handoff pass to Blanton. Blanton drives in, tried to get it to Van Meter, but it's knocked out of bounds by Rice. It's going to stay Grayson County basketball, though. 7:35 left here in this quarter. Grayson County just trying to find a way to get some consistent offense going. Van Meter kicks it into the near corner to Perkins, off to the left wing to Riggs, back now to Van Meter, 3 up, near side, short. Rebounded on the floor. Blanton almost was able to chase it back down, but it's picked up and pushing up the floor by Kennedy Level. Bounce pass into the far corner. 7:20 left here in the first half of play. Picking up the dribble, trying to find help, and throwing it into the hands of a teammate. McLean keeps it alive. Interior pass knocked away by Van Meter, but it's knocked back away by McLean, and it's going to be Grayson County basketball. 7:07 left here in the first half of play. Grayson County 13-7. They trail. Cindy Perkins has scored 6 of the 7 points for Grayson. They've only made 1 shot from the field in this game. Passing down to Riggs on the right block. Riggs has scored the other point. Now it was from the free throw line. Riggs in the far corner. Getting the cut down to the right block. Not a good pass. Perkins has it on the block. And it's going to be a jump ball, and possession's going to head back towards McLean County. 6:46 left in the first half. Sub into the game here for McLean County is a number 1 who's not on their main roster. So we'll try to see if we can't find out who that is as this game goes along. Right side, Cashlyn Rice has it. Bounce pass in, blocked. Narvaez blocks the shot by number 1 for McLean. We'll try to bring you that number as the game goes along, as she is not on the main roster on KJSAA. Passing into the near corner, a 3 is up and a 3 is in and out. Cashlyn Rice had the rebound at first, but is stripped away. Van Meter's got it. She breaks away, and she's going to be fouled by at number 1. That is her first in the team 7, so Sutton Van Meter is going to get 1 in the bonus here. Sutton's a good free throw shooter, 87.5%. Last night she hit both of her free throws, which probably pushed her up closer to the 90% mark for the season. She's a player that Grayson County would definitely want to put at the free throw line at this mark. Free throw by Van Meter, nothing but net. Subs into the game here for Grayson. Peyton Bowman and Bree Jones, 2 7th graders come in. Isabel Blanton and Arissa Riggs come out. Van Meter makes both free throws. It's 13-9. McLean leads Grayson. 6:19 to play here in the first half of action from Grayson County High School. In between the circles. Losing the dribble. Level was able to keep it going, though. Off to the right side to Van Meter. Out front to Rice. Rice back to Level on the right wing. Level picked up by Van Meter. Man-to-man defense here for Grayson County. They started off zone, but they've transitioned back into the man-to-man. Todd Johnson wasn't happy with how the zone looked. Off to the left side, Rice on Perkins. She attempts the handoff pass on the far side, gets it out front. Guarded by Narvaez. Nice defense by Grayson to try and keep up the defensive pressure. Up here to the near side, McCoy's shot missed, and it is taken here by Narvaez. Here comes Van Meter up the far side of the floor. Picks up her dribble, bounce pass, fires it off to the right wing to Perkins. She drives in, lowers the shoulder, reverse layup is missed. Rebounded on the floor by McLean County. Level, coast to coast. Sheila just dribbles it off of her foot. No, I guess she didn't. I guess it was knocked out by Van Meter. 5:19 left here in the first half of play. It is 13-9. Grayson County trails McLean into Rice. Rice inside the lane. The bank is not open. Too hard off the bank. Peyton Bowman comes up with a loose ball. She slaps it off to Sutton Van Meter. Off to left wing to Bree Jones. Jones drives down the left side. Gets around the defender. Too hard on the layup, but Jones will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Jones hovering just under 60% from the free throw line this season. The 7th grader. First one. No good. Long. Hannah Smith now is going to get her first minutes of this game in place of Ellen Narvaez. Smith is the 7th grader. She scored her first career points against Bullitt Central earlier this season. Jones makes the second free throw. You got a really young lineup out there for Grayson County. Bowman, Jones, and Smith, all 7th graders, along with a sophomore Van Meter and a junior Perkins. Passing in, the pass is bobbling around, and we're going to have a foul on McLean County, I believe is the whistle underneath. It is. It's going to be on Kennedy Level. That is her first, team's 8th, and that'll be free throws coming for Grayson. Is it Bree Jones back to the line shooting one of the bonus? Oh no, that's 10 fouls. I'm miscounting fouls left and right here, I guess. That's 10 team fouls, so 2 free throws coming for Jones. She made the first one anyways, so it doesn't even matter if it would have been the bonus or not. The second free throw for Bree Jones to make it a 1-point game is good. In fact, I'm not even sure that one touched the rim or the net. That was just perfect, right into the rim. The net didn't even move as it went through the rim. 13-12, McLean still hangs on to the 1-point advantage against Grayson County. Bree Jones, defense, and she's going to pick up a touch foul. Be her first, team's 4th. A sarcastic clap comes from the McLean County faithful sitting behind their bench. Passing into Cashlyn Rice. She's got it at the volleyball line. Rice poked away and taken away by Perkins. And Rice shoves Perkins after Level shoves Perkins. And Level's going to end up getting the foul. Probably should have been on Rice, but Level's going to end up picking up the foul anyways, and it sends Sydney Perkins to the free throw line. Mr. Spirit looks on, sitting at what is usually the student section, and trainer Scott Ballman is, how about that? Bree Jones needed to get some tape on her knee as Perkins to the line makes her first free throw. And, I mean, Scott, he put that tape on her knee in about 3 seconds. That's when you know that you got a professional down there as your trainer, and trainer Scott. And Perkins for the lead. It is missed. Hannah Smith gets the rebound. Off to the right side, Perkins. She'll go up for the shot. She misses it. And on the inside, the rebound's picked up by McLean County. What a rebound, though, by the 7th grader. We're going to have an offensive foul called there. as running right over Sutton Van Meter. She did a great job taking it. And the foul was called on, I believe they called it on 13, Sarah Miller. Be her first, team's 10 plus, and that's about as blatant as an offensive foul as you're going to say. Sutton Van Meter really good at taking those. Perkins checks out. In for her was Arissa Riggs. You got Van Meter, Jones, Riggs, Smith, Bowman on the floor for Grayson. Give it out front to Smith. Smith swings it off to the right wing to Van Meter into the far corner. Riggs, she'll take the three. It's short. 13 all, 4 minutes left here in the first half. Kashlyn Rice speeds down the left lane. Hands it back off. A shot from the left elbow is put in. Basket good by Kennedy Level. She's got 4. McLean, their first points of this second quarter of play. Jones picked up her dribble at the right elbow. Out front, Van Meter, deep right wing 3. She puts it in. Sutton Van Meter's got 5 in the quarter. Lady Cougs have the lead back at 16-15. Left wing. Getting around the defender, driving in, jump pass. A shot from 18 feet near side. Kashlyn Rice answers. Here comes the offense, starting to kick up. Left wing Riggs. She thought about the 3. Now she will take it left side, and it's short. Rebounded by McLean County, and immediately here come the Lady Cougars pushing it. Weaving through, bounce pass to Rice. She gets around the defender, drives, far baseline, shot blocked by Riggs. Back in the hands of Rice, who goes back up with it, and she'll go to the free throw line. She'll be fouled, I believe, on Riggs, who they're going to call this. For Arissa, that's her first, team's 5th. Kashlyn Rice, as we touched on, against any team not named Grayson County this year, a 46% free throw shooter. Against Grayson County, she's never missed, 12 of 12. And the announcer's jinx comes in to hit her there. Does the announcer's jinx count, though, if I'm the Grayson County? I mean, technically as the Grayson County announcer, in a way, we want her to miss. So I'm not sure if anything, I was trying to jinx it. She makes that. So, I mean, she makes the second one. So she's still 13 of 14 from the free throw line. That'll get it done. McLean leads Grayson 18-16. 3:09 left in the first half. Left wing Jones. Out front to Bowman. Bowman off to the left side to Jones. She fakes the pass into Van Meter. Now going to set back up the offense. Left wing Van Meter, back out to Jones. Jones takes one dribble, swings it off to Bowman. Bowman bumped in the far corner, out front to Van Meter, swings it off to Jones. Jones inside to Riggs, reached out high to grab it. Riggs has it poked away, gains it back. She's double teamed, and Todd Johnston wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. 18-16, 2:41 left in the first half. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
(18-16), McLean leads Grayson. 2:41 left here in the first half of play. Todd Johnston took that quick 30-second timeout after Arissa Riggs was trapped. And honestly, it's not a bad timeout there taken by Todd. Just to kind of, if anything else, let's just take a deep breath. Gets it into the left wing. Back to Van Meter. 3 left sides off the back of the iron. Rebound on the floor by Riggs for Grayson. Riggs tries to run the baseline. Tried to feed Smith, but Smith didn't have an angle on it. And it's up here towards pushing Larkin. Larkin's back into the game. She had 2 quick fouls. 3 near sides, way too long. Rebound on the floor. Put back left side, not there. Rebound, another one. Ripped down by Larkin. Up, Smith rips it away, and we're going to have a jump ball. That ball was just on the way up. Hannah Smith said, no, I'll take that. Ella Narvaez and Kennedy Green come in. Peyton Bowman and Hannah Smith come out. Hannah Smith was ripping that away like she was trying to take something from her older brother. I think we probably see that a little bit. Right side, Arissa Riggs. Out front, Bree Jones. Fires a pass down to Narvaez. She wasn't ready for it. Gains it back outside Van Meter. 3 right side. Count it. Sutton's feeling it. She's got 8 points. Lady Cougars got the lead back, 19-18. 1:53 to go here in the first half. A 3 to answer on the far side. In and out for McLean. Long rebound, chased down and tracked down by Arissa Riggs. Riggs working. She realized she was working 1-on-5. She slows down, speeds up down the right lane. Shot good, right side. She took it down, used the bank to kiss off the window. Goes in. 90 seconds left in the first half. Grayson County on top, 21-18. Spinning it around. Down the right side, jump pass in the far corner, an 18-foot jumper by that number 1 who will try to find her name in the halftime break. It is missed. Rebounded on the inside. Spinning it around. Out front, number 1 will take the shot from straight away. Again, she gets the roll. 3 put in, ties the game up at 21. And now an outlet pass is knocked away and taken away. Coming down the near side goes Miller. Jones gets her with the body. Todd Johnston trying to plead his case, explaining to Bree Jones what he saw. Jones got all ball, but I think made just enough contact with the body to pick up the foul. It's her second, team 6th. To the free throw line, shooting 2 is going to be Sarah Miller. She's a 73% free throw shooter on the season. First one is good. Second chance. Off the back of the iron, missed. Kennedy Green rips down the loose board for Grayson. Up the far side, an outlet pass to Jones. Right wing 3 for the lead is way too long. Rebounded on the floor by McLean County, and they're pushing. Number 1 looking for help. We'll do a bounce pass off to the left wing. Out front, swings it back over to the far side. McLean leads 22-21. Over inside, ball knocked around, taken away. And it's picked back up here. 30 seconds left in the first half. Driving in, losing it, gaining it back, and ripped away by Green. 28 seconds. Jones has it poked away. Green didn't realize it, and it is going to be Grayson County basketball. Luckily, Green didn't realize it because I don't think she'd have been able to stop. Jones comes out, as does, nope, I thought Riggs was taking a seat as well, but Perkins comes in for her. Got to imagine Grayson will hold for the final shot. 20 seconds left here in the first half of play. It's 22-21. Right side, Perkins here with 12 seconds left here in the first half. 5-out look for the Lady Cougars. Van Meter at the volleyball line with 6 seconds. Van Meter over to the right side into the far corner to Perkins. She gets around the defender with 3 seconds. Floater is short. She gets the rebound back, goes up with a shot. It's no good, but free throws will come, I presume, with no time on the clock. I believe they called the foul on Ava Lanham. Or no, it was on 23. Danielle Reynolds. That is her second. Perkins will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one's good. That ties the game up at 22. This one would be to give Grayson County the lead at the half. It's up, and she puts it in. Lady Cougars have the lead at the half, 23-22. We'll come back, jump into the fifth quarter show, or the halftime show after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where it is 23-22. Grayson County leads McLean County at the half. Coming up on our halftime show, run down some scores from around the region, the scoring from the first half of play, and we'll get you ready for what should be an exciting second half of action from Grayson County High School. In your score at the half, it's Grayson County 22, McLean County, or Grayson County 23, McLean County 22. This is Lady Cougar basketball on the Twin Lakes Best Mix K105 and also via K105 Digital Productions.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketches, right? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, backpack kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
My mom was caught doing drugs, and they said this is not where children are supposed to be. So they removed me and my siblings and put us into foster care.
Brianna spent 9 years in foster care before being adopted with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
After I was adopted, I felt very safe. I definitely see myself going in the right direction.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care like Brianna who need a family now. You can help us find them the safe, permanent homes they deserve. Learn more at Dave Thomas Foundation.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. 2 milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
Dear moms and dads.
K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. Grayson County on top by 1 point here at the half, and we got basketballs. I mean, there are, we got about, I don't know, like 10 basketballs out on the court right now of different games happening, different players happening here at halftime. I'm thinking about just throwing the headset on our director, Cole Snyder, and making him do play-by-play of all of these different games at once right now, but he's too busy watching the NFL playoff game that just saw the 49ers score again. Debo Samuel just scored a touchdown on that. He's too busy focused on that instead of focused on the exciting action that we have on the floor right now. Scores, other than the football score that we just brought you. Grant County leads Collins 16-8. That scores at the end of the first quarter. Central Hardin defeats Washington County 65-56. And really, that's a ton of most of the scores that I see here from around the region are really just anywhere near. Boys basketball, Warren Central defeated Lebanon, Tennessee 90-51. And yeah, that's most of the scores that we have to bring you from around the region. We'll take a break, run down the scoring from our game. In your score at the half, Grayson 23, McLean 22. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day? $700?
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to pva.org to learn how you can make a difference.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiver, I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Grayson County on top 23-22 at the half. Right down the scoring for the first half of play. First, in fact, I thought I had counted it all up, but I guess I'd forgotten here at this point. So we'll continue to chat here and see if I can't do math and chat, which after now this being the fourth game in the last, I guess what is it, 6 o'clock right now. So the Lady Cougars had just tipped off 24 hours ago. So we're in our fourth game in the last 24 hours. We're starting to run a little bit on fumes, and luckily this is a close game, because if not, we might have even had to get down to the point of bringing in our director, Cole Snyder, to do some commentary or something at this point, and I'm not sure. Does anybody want that? I don't really know. The scoring from the first half of play for McLean County: 5 points from Danielle Reynolds and Cashlyn Rice, 4 points each for Kennedy Level and Ava Lanham, 3 points for Mallory Hampton. She's the number one that we were trying to figure out who it was, and 1 point for Sarah Miller. For Grayson County, 9 points, Sydney Perkins, 8 points, Sutton Van Meter, 3 points, Arissa Riggs, and 3 points for Bree Jones. See what the Lady Cougars can't do. They found some more offense in that second quarter of play, and the defense was much better in that quarter as well. Take a break. Second half's next on K105.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den. McLean County only just now retook the floor, and there was the buzzer. And that's not the buzzer saying you got 3 minutes. That's the buzzer saying, hey, it's time to play some basketball. So hopefully they're okay. McLean's been without their leading scorer and rebounder, Brianna Fraley. She's in a boot right now on the bench. And let's hope that's nothing too long-term. She's a really talented young player. And she's a senior, 5'9", averaging 10.4 points and 7.6 rebounds a game. They're really going to need her because, I mean, for McLean, their goal is to get back to the region tournament for the first time since 2021. And I know that they will be having to play our good friend Ted Hill and the Ohio County Lady Eagles, because Muhlenberg County clinched the number 1 seed in girls basketball in their district last night. Back to action we come. It'll be McLean County ball. Cashlyn Rice does a ball fake. She drives down near side, off-balance shot in the lane. Shot's good for Cashlyn Rice. She's got 7 points, and McLean's got the lead back 24-23. 7 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Right side Perkins has it with the left hand, now backs it off. Perkins had 9 points in the first half of play. Riggs out front to Van Meter, swings it off to Perkins on the left wing. Out front to Riggs, Riggs back to Van Meter, who had 8 points. Riggs out front, she'll take the deep straightaway three, puts it in! Riggs from deep straight away. She knocked it down from Short Creek, a deep three, and it's 26-24, 7:10 to play in the third quarter. Out front, spinning it around is Sarah Larkin. Bounce pass in, knocked around, and out of bounds. It pops, and it's going to be Grayson County basketball. Mr. Spirit, sitting in his chair, will toss that basketball over to the official, John Bettner. Be Van Meter to break the timeline. Cashlyn Rice is waiting for. Zone pressure coming from McLean County. It's be down here to Sutton Van Meter. Into the near corner to Perkins. Perkins out front to Van Meter. Swings it off into Riggs. Into the far corner to Narvaez. Off to Riggs. Riggs to Perkins. Into the near corner. Sydney Perkins steps into the near side. Three, and she steps it in and puts it in. Sydney Perkins puts in the three. Grayson County's got the lead, 29-24. Perkins has 12 points. Bounce pass near side. Driving it around the corner. And a touch foul is going to be called on Grayson County's Sutton Van Meter. Her second, team's first. Todd Johnston's message to his team, man-to-man defense, don't get screened. They pass it into Rice. She got screened, and Rice makes the shot. And Todd Johnston not happy at all, because it was clear. He said the one thing that he didn't want them to do is what happened, and because of it, Cashlyn Rice got an easy 7-foot jumper. It's a three-point game. Left wing Riggs, a heat check three, left side, rattles in. Riggs puts in the three. She's got 9 points. 32-26. The Lady Cougars have the 6-point advantage. Left wing, driving in is Larkin. Gives it back out to Rice. Rice back out front. Miller thought about the three, drives in, pulls up outside the free throw line, way off to the right. Rebounds out of bounds off of Kennedy Green. And it is going to be McLean County basketball, or basketball underneath of their own basket. Mr. Spirit runs over to grab the basketball and again hands it off to John Bettner, the official. It's good to see Mr. Spirit back here. And as there's a pass over to the far corner. Next possession for Grayson. Kennedy Green might have gotten away with a foul. We're going to have a jump ball here. It's going to give the ball to Grayson County. Green might have gotten away with a foul on that possession, as she did kind of make some contact from behind. I do want to give a shout out to, and we're speaking of Mr. Spirit, to Butler County last night. In between the girls and the boys game, they took some time and they recognized Mr. Spirit over the public address. Their fans gave him a standing ovation. Grayson County fans gave him a standing ovation. That really meant a lot to him. He came up to us and he talked to us after it happened, and he said that it really meant a lot to him. And his words to us was he wasn't sure whether there's Riggs almost losing the ball at the top of the key. Cashlyn Rice, really nice defense. She'll do a handoff pass to Van Meter. Van Meter drives down the right side, kicks it into the near corner to Perkins, and a bump foul is going to be called. It'll be whistled on Kennedy Level, her third, team's first. But he told us, he said, he hopes that he didn't think that them cheering for him was going to make him cheer for them. Because he almost wanted to, but he says he knew he had to cheer for the Cougars. And my message to him was, I think the Butler County fans would be upset if you cheered for them. They know you're a Cougar fan forever. We got a foul called from behind. And I think it's called on Cashlyn Rice. They'll give it in here. 32-26, 4:36 left here in the third quarter. Riggs out front to Van Meter at the volleyball line. Van Meter backs it off now on the right wing. Spins it around, bounce pass out front, knocked away, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's going to give the ball back to McLean. Van Meter, a little bit of frustration there. It's going to be McLean County basketball. 32-26, 4:22 to go in the third quarter of play here from Grayson County High School. Out front level, left wing Larkin gives it off in the near corner. Interior pass, spinning it around the left side is level. She tries to get a bounce pass down to the right block. It goes through the hands, out of bounds of Danielle Reynolds. She's to run down to go grab that ball as it rolls down into the tunnel. Got a sub into the game here for McLean County. It's going to be Emma Lanham. She had some good moments in that first half of play. Lanham will come in place of Level. Todd Johnston, the second-year head coach for Grayson County, delivers the play call to his team. Give it to Green. Green on the right wing, spins around. She looks for help, finds it off to the left wing to Van Meter. Van Meter has Rice in her hands. Van Meter poked away, taken away by Rice, but she runs out of real estate on the far side of the floor. Rice is a good little player. She's a senior, appeared in every game, averaging 6.4 points and 5.2 rebounds. She's got a knack for the ball, something you can't really teach. Players just have to kind of have that instinctual nose for the basketball. Deep on the left wing, Riggs gets a screen from Perkins. Riggs drives down the right side. Layup, good for Arissa Riggs. Riggs having herself a great third quarter of play. She's got 8 in the quarter, 11 for the game. Grayson's got their largest lead now at 34-26. Driving in, shot inside the free throw line, way off to the right by Lanham. Rebounded by Grayson County. Far side of the floor goes Van Meter. Van Meter on the left wing. She drives in, dumps it off, and a walk is going to be called on Sutton Van Meter. .302 left here in the third quarter. 34-26. Bounce pass over to the right side. Lanham out front, swinging it off into the near corner to Rice. Does a ball fake. Rice takes one dribble out front, gives it off to Miller. Miller into Rice in a touch foul. Grayson County has it here. No, it's going to stay McLean, rather. The ball here as there was the foul called. Excuse me, I had to sneeze there for a second as there's a three near side by Miller. She gets the shooter's roll to Sarah Miller. She's got 4 points, 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Into Kennedy Green. She weaves it around from 10 feet on the left side. It's an air ball. Rebounded on the floor by Reynolds for McLean County. Bree Jones will come in at the next stoppage of play here for Grayson. Cashlyn Rice gets around Riggs, drives in, loses it. It's ripped away by Grayson, but it was ripped away because there was a foul. I believe they called that on Sutton Van Meter. For Sutton, that'll be her third, team second. They'll pass it into the left block. Inside, wide open, Reynolds, shot's good on the interior. Danielle Reynolds makes the shot. I think we have a timeout taken on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. 2:06 to go in the third, 34-31. Grayson County leads. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where it is 34-31, 2:06 to go in the third quarter. Timeout was taken there on the floor. Todd Johnston not happy at all with his team after they've given up multiple easy chances for McLean County over these last couple of minutes. They cross it down to the near side, Sydney Perkins. Perkins up the far side of the floor. She'll pull up, a step back, right wing three. It is a little short. Green there to clean it up. But a reach-in foul is going to be called on McLean County. It's whistled on Danielle Reynolds. That is her third, team's third. Jones, bounce pass in, is taken away. Not a good pass. And it's taken away by McLean. Fast break opportunity, weaving through down the left side. Too hard by Level. Jones gets the rebound. She falls down with it, and there is a foul. At first, I didn't hear a whistle, and I was a little more as Level picks up the foul. That is her fourth and the team's fourth. I was more a little bit surprised because Jones was just kind of rolling around with the ball on the ground, and I was like, what is she doing? And that's because she was fouled. I just didn't hear the whistle. We got some sweat on the floor. This is where we need Ryan Keys. Jason Kincaid's got the mop out now, and I guess he didn't get it out in time. Full court pressure for McLean County. 1:40 to go in the third. 34-31. Perkins, bounce pass into the middle to Riggs. Riggs keeps her eyes up. She's being chased backwards by Rice, and it's knocked away, and a loose ball is a foul. And it might be a foul on Rice because she came over top. It's on 4. I was going to say if that was on 3, Kennedy Level, that would have been fine, but that would have not been the right call because is Kennedy Levels even still in the game? No. Narvaez checks out. Van Meter checks back in. And it is very hard to pick up a foul when you're not in the game. It can happen, but it's usually a technical foul variety. And that was not what happened there. Far side Riggs into the middle to Van Meter. Van Meter has it ripped and taken away by McLean County. They got numbers. Bounce pass to the left side. Inside now, left side. Shots no good, but free throws will come for the Lady Cougars of McLean as it's 34-31. 1:17 to go here in the third quarter. Riggs picks up the foul. Her second, team's fourth. Free throws coming for Lanham. Lanham is a 57% free throw shooter, and the first one she puts in. This would make it a 1-point game. Grayson County led by 8, 34-24 or 34-26 just a few moments ago, but McLean County has now answered on a 7-0 run to make it a 1-point game. 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Van Meter off to the right wing to Riggs. Riggs now will drive it, now backs it off right side. Out front Perkins. Perkins backs off, and a offensive foul is going to be called on Sydney Perkins. Todd Johnston didn't agree with the call. He falls down to both knees, puts his hands on his head. He couldn't believe it on the offensive foul call. He didn't agree with it on Sydney Perkins. For Perkins, it's her second, team's fifth. 34-31, 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Left wing Rice. She drives in, pulls up, shot for the lead, can't get the roll. Rebound put back inside by McLean is missed. Another chance, and a foul's called. Sarah Larkin will get free throws. Riggs picks up the foul. That is her third. Team 6. Free throw coming 2 for Sarah Larkin. First one is good. Larkin is a 55% shooter from the free throw line. It is a tie game now. McLean County on an 8-0 run for against Grayson County. Riggs and Green out. Jones and Blanton in along with Narvaez for the Lady Cougars. Makes both of them. McLean County has the lead back. 35-34. Just about 45 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Not a good end of this quarter here for Grayson at all. Pass knocked around, and a loose ball is going to be a jump ball, and possession is going to stay with Grayson with 37.9 on the clock. The defense for McLean deserves credit. It's been pretty good over these last couple of minutes. Van Meter will break the timeline at the logo. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Off to Narvaez on the left wing. Narvaez inside to Perkins on the left block. She falls down, feeds it outside though to Blanton. Blanton drives down, shot off the left side. Good for Blanton to give Grayson County the lead back at 37-35. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. McLean County off to the left side. Larkin She'll lower her shoulder with 10 seconds. Picks up her dribble on the left lane. Gets it inside to Rice. Rice spins around, gets around. Right-handed floater way off to the right. Rice over top of Blanton. Puts a shot. It's no good. Loose ball with 2 seconds. Is out of bounds with 0.8 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. And Grayson County just got to pass the ball in, and they'll get to the end of the quarter here with a 1-point advantage at 36-35. They'll get it into Perkins, and that is the end of the quarter. At the end of 3, Grayson leads McLean 36-35. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
With the My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small.
Grayson County leads by 1 point, 36-35 as we start our final quarter of play. I think we're in for a treat here. It's been a close matchup this entire time. Grayson County had that 8-point advantage, but credit to McLean for coming back and fighting back into the game. Sam Gormley with you here on the call this afternoon. Our talented K105 Digital Productions crew very hard at work here this afternoon as well. Kicking it out front. About 7:50 to go. Backing it off to the right side is Kennedy Level. McLean has the ball to start this fourth quarter of play. They had taken a lead before Isabel Blanton gave Grayson County the lead back late in that third quarter of action. Left side, nice defense by Grayson. They're going to their traditional 55 man-to-man defense. Rice in between the circles. Passing off to the left wing. Nice defense by Blanton. Kicking it off to the far side now. McLean just really running their offense. We're going to have a foul called on Grayson County. It's called on Sydney Perkins. That is her third. And that'll be 1-and-1 coming for Sarah Larkin. She's a 55% free throw shooter, but she's 2 of 2 in this game. She'll shoot one in the bonus. It's off the back of the iron. Rebound is going to be a jump ball, and possession is going to head towards Grayson County. 36-35, Grayson on top by 1 point with 7:16 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Give it into Bree Jones. Jones picks up her dribble, fires off to the far side to Narvaez, who gives it back to Jones. Jones breaks the timeline at the logo, spins it around in between the circles. We'll do a handoff pass to Van Meter. 7 minutes to go. Grayson leads by 1 point. Left wing Jones. Out front to Perkins, off the screen. 3 straight away, count it! Perkins puts in the 3 straight away. She's got 15 points. It's a 4-point Grayson County lead, 39-35. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the fourth. Inside the lane, shot out front to Rice. Rice drives down, bounce pass near corner to Level. Level had to go down low to grab it. Van Meter was right there to get into her face to slow it down. Rice will drive in. Her floater inside the free throw line. In and out. It pops. Rebound saved in by Narvaez. Into the hands of Van Meter for Grayson. Van Meter, her pass, though, is knocked around and taken away by McLean. Spinning down the lane. Lanham loses it as it was stripped back by Jones. Perkins has it. Weaving down here to the near side. Perkins breaks the timeline, and she's fouled by Rice. For Rice, that'll be her fourth. Team's sixth. The next foul will be free throws for Grayson. Into the game here for McLean County is Sarah Miller. She'll come in place of Cashlyn Rice, who has those 4 fouls. Ryan Groves having to go to the bench to sit his senior down, see how long she will stay there. Left wing Perkins. Grayson leads by 4 points. Perkins gets 2 screens, kicks it into Van Meter on the near side. Van Meter back now to Perkins. Right wing 3 is up. It's off to the right, off the back of the iron. Narvaez got her hand in on the rebound, but the loose ball's picked up by McLean County. Fast break opportunity. Working 1-on-3, and a reach-in foul is going to be called as multiple players hit the deck on the far side of the floor. Blanton picks up the foul. Her first, team's 8th. 1-1 coming for Sarah Larkin. Kennedy Green enters. Isabel Blanton will check out. Got Narvaez, Green, Jones, Van Meter, and Perkins on the floor for Grayson County. Riggs also set to check in as the free throw's good there by Sarah Larkin. Jones comes out, Riggs comes in her place. This would make it a 2-point game. Larkin misses it off the front of the iron. Narvaez rips down the loose board for Grayson County. It's 39-36. Grayson leads by 3. 5:35 left here in the game. Right wing Riggs. Out front to Green, off to the left wing to Van Meter. Van Meter trying to create space. Out front to Green. Green off to the left wing to Van Meter. Ball fake. Van Meter might have gotten away with a push off. Out front now to Perkins. Perkins off to the right side. Green spins it around out front. Narvaez swings it off left side to Perkins. Perkins, handoff pass to Riggs. 5:05 left in the fourth quarter. These two teams have gone back and forth all day today. Out front, Van Meter, 3 up, just a little bit too short. Rebound on the floor, picked up by McLean County. Lady Cougars and McLean pushing up the far side of the floor, speeding but slowing down and looking to find help. And a timeout's going to be taken by McLean. We'll take it with him. 39-36, 4:52 to go as this is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Grayson County, 39-36. They lead McLean County. 4:52 to go here in this basketball game. They're trying to come away with a big road win or home win here today against a team that has beaten them 5 straight times. Grayson County leads the all-time series 39-31, and we're going to have a double dribble called by McLean at the top of the key, and immediately Todd Johnston taking Jones and Blanton out of the game and putting in Perkins and Riggs instead. Wonder if this is going to be a thing now that he's going to just do some offense-defense substitutions for the remainder of this contest. 4:40 to go. Left wing Riggs gets a screen from Perkins. Riggs backs it off in between the circles. Left wing now Perkins. Perkins out front to Van Meter. Van Meter out front to the left wing to Perkins. Perkins keeping her eyes up to try and get the ball movement. Grayson County trying to pick up the win and snap their 2-game losing streak. Kennedy Green spins it around out front now to Riggs, who bobbles it, gives it to Narvaez on the left wing. Narvaez inside to Green on the left block. Couldn't corral it. Loose ball's going to be a walk. She fell down with it, did McLean County on the floor. That's a good call. Called by the official underneath. .406 to go. 39-36, Grayson County with a 3-point advantage. Passing into Perkins, out front to Narvaez. Swings it off to Green. Green spins around one more time and finds Sutton Van Meter on the left wing. To Riggs. Trying to create some ball movement. Narvaez has her pocket picked. It's taken away by McLean County. Nice steal on the play there by Sarah Miller. Handoff pass to Cashlyn Rice, who's back into the game. She has those 4 fouls as Rice dumps it off. A shot from the far side is put in. It's now a 1-point game. As that basket was put in there by McLean County. So we're trying to get the number. That is Sarah Miller who put it in. their numbers are not very easy to see, as it's dark maroon on black, and Todd Johnston wants a timeout now. 3:20 to go. If it's a full, we'll take it with him. It's a 30, we'll keep it here. It's a 30, so we will keep it here with 3:20 to go. Looking ahead to next week, our K105 Digital Productions coverage continues on Tuesday as the Lady Cougars will host McLean County. They will host Paducah Tillman at 7:30 on Tuesday. We will have the coverage of that game, and then on Friday, they will host Whitesville Trinity. That game will be at 6 o'clock. Will be the doubleheader beginning on Friday against Whitesville Trinity, and then Lady Cougars 1 week from today. They'll hit the trip to Springfield. No, they're not going to be seeing the Simpsons. Not going to be visiting Mo the bartender or eating any purple donuts. They're instead going to be just taking on the Commanderettes. Out of the timeout, Grayson County leads by 1 point. Sydney Perkins straight away, drives in, floater inside the free throw line. She can't get the roll. McLean gets the rebound. They'll have it. It's a 1 point game with 3 minutes to go. 39-38. Spinning it around. Sarah Larkin off the left wing to Rice. Rice drives in with the right hand, too hard. Rebound ripped down by Green. She falls down and walks with it. It'll be Miller to pass. She throws it into Rice. Rice goes up with the right hand, shots off to the left. Rebound on the floor is going to be a jump ball, and possession's going to stay with McLean County. 2:43 to go. Grayson County leads by 1 point at 39-38. B. Miller to pass in. Bounce pass in, back to Miller. Out front now to Larkin. Larkin in between the circles, setting it up to the left elbow. Back now Larkin in between the circles. 2.5 to go. Larkin drives down the right side. Blocked by Narvaez on the inside. Into the hands of Sydney Perkins. Perkins up the near side of the floor. Perkins weaves it up and gives it off now to Sutton Van Meter. Off the left wing to Riggs. Grayson County needs a bucket here. Riggs has it out front now to Green. Todd Johnston does have timeouts if he wants to use one. With 2:10 to go in the fourth quarter to Green on the left wing. Takes a dribble out front to Perkins. She might have been fouled. No whistle out front. Narvaez. It's tapped to the backcourt. Narvaez runs it back down. Van Meter. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. It's 39-38. Riggs drives in. Floater in the lane. Too hard. Long rebound chased down by Cashlyn Rice for McLean County. 1:45 to go. McLean trails by 1 point. On the right side, driving in, kicking it into the near corner. Rice thought about the three, takes it back towards the middle, gets it out front. Three is up, way off to the right. Rebounded on the floor by Narvaez for Grayson County. Both teams will shoot free throws for the remainder of the game. Van Meter breaks the timeline. Timeout taken by Todd Johnston. If it's a full timeout, it is. We'll take it with him. 1:21 to go, 39-38. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Todd Johnston takes the timeout. Grayson County has it with 1:21 to go. It is 39-38. Lady Cougars of Grayson have the 1-point advantage. They have the basketball. Riggs on the right wing. Out front to Green. Green on the left wing. They have the 1-point advantage. Out front to Perkins. She splits defenders, drives in, floater inside the free throw line's not there. Jones got the rebound, fell down, and walked with it is the call. That's going to give the ball back to McLean County. 1:03 to go. Sub into the game. Ava Lanham comes in for McLean. Checking out is going to be Sarah Miller. Let's see if McLean might even decide, do you hold for the final shot here? You got 1 minute to go. Do you just dribble out this clock and hold it and go for the win? Be interesting to see what Ryan Groves does, the third-year head coach, and walk at the top of the key. 49.2 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Groves, both hands on his head. He's in his third season, 19-45 overall, although 3 of his 19 wins have come against Grayson County. Sutton Van Meter's got to break the timeline. She does across the far side, gives it to Jones. 37 seconds to play. And there's a foul, and I think this is where McLean's going to turn this into a free throw shooting contest. And Jones is a good free throw shooter. She is 3 of 4 from the free throw line, but this is where, if you're Grayson, you got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of Sutton Van Meter and Sydney Perkins. Those are your free throw shooters. Sarah Miller comes in as Jones will shoot one in the bonus. One of the biggest free throws of her young career coming up here. She's got 3 points in the game. The 7th grader toes the line, lets it fly. It is good. It gets the shooter's roll. Bounced off the back of the backboard, back of the iron, bounced up, hit the top of the backboard, and rolled in. Second chance coming for the 7th grader, Bree Jones. It's a 2-point Grayson County advantage. This to make it 3. It's no good off to the right. Rebounded by Rice. That's still huge, making at least one of the free throws there. 30 seconds to go. It's 40-38. Grayson County with a 2-point advantage. Bounce pass left wing to Rice. Guarded by Jones. Rice out front now with 21 seconds. Crossing it into the far corner. Bounce pass in. Knocked around and taken away by Van Meter. Van Meter, an outlet pass to Jones. Jones down the near side. Timeout. Taken by Todd Johnston as McLean County was chasing poor Bree Jones. And I think Jones went just diving into the bench to run away. 12.7 on the clock. Grayson County here. This is where, again, you look up and down that bench and you say, who is going to hit their free throws? And you put them into the game here because this is a huge free throw coming up here for Grayson. It will be one in the bonus. And, I mean, the thing is, you miss it. McLean's got timeouts. They can take it and draw something up to tie. But if you can hit at least one of these, I mean, you're looking good at the absolute worst case scenario, you're headed to overtime. Now, obviously, if you're asking Grayson County, the overtime's not even in their mind. They're all, the only thing that's on their mind is the big old W. 40-38, Grayson County leads. They led by 8 points in this third quarter. They started the third quarter really, really well. It was off the hands of Marissa Riggs. She was playing extremely well. Sutton Van Meter has not scored in the second half. She had 8 points in the first half of play. Sydney Perkins playing better. She's hit 3 threes in the game. She's got 15 points. It's a good sign to see her starting to shoot the ball a little bit better. But I think if you're Grayson County, Van Meter is the player passing in. Got to imagine they're going to screen Perkins here to get her open to shoot the free throw. They're going to give it into Jones instead. Jones is fouled by Rice, and that'll be 5 on Cashlyn Rice, at least by my count. And that is 5 on Cashlyn Rice. So Cashlyn Rice will foul out of this game with 9 points. Bree Jones back to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. Big moment coming again here for the 7th grade. If she can hit 1, that would feel really good. If she can hit 2, that might ice it. Good. Jones hits the first one. Some clutch free throws for the 7th grader Bree Jones. Her mom and dad, who are assistant coaches, look on the bench. They've probably seen her shoot thousands of free throws in her life. Second one for Jones. She makes them both. Huge free throw for Bree Jones. Her parents love it on the sideline. Big time shot. Ryan Groves takes a timeout. 10.1 on the clock. 42-38. How about the 7th grader Bree Jones coming out with the big free throws? As it'll be 10.1 on the clock. It's a 4-point Grayson County advantage. Here's the biggest thing if you're Grayson. I mean, you have two options. You can theoretically foul. You're up 4. Or you could run everybody, and I don't even guard them in a way. It's just like you do like your light guard. You don't want to foul because the last thing you want is them to get an and-one opportunity or to foul them on a 3 or something that's going to give them the opportunity to get the ball back. The officials are talking now with our scoreboard operator today, one of the bright football minds in Grayson County history, and Mr. Shane Decker. Brian Jones now coming to talk over to Shane Decker as well. They're going to put some time back on the clock maybe. I thought there was 10.7 on the clock. I might have been crazy. Maybe they're trying to figure out how to put 10.7 on the clock right now. Our typical scoreboard crew is not here today. Well, they're going to put 12.2. It might be a little bit more time than I thought, but I don't know. $12.2 on the clock, 42-38. McLean has it out of the timeout. Larkin to trigger. Grayson County in a light man-to-man defense. It's about what we had expected. It's a bounce pass over the right side. Spinning around. 3 by Miller is banked in. Banked in with about 6 seconds left. Sarah Miller just spun around, threw up a desperation heave, and ladies and gentlemen, we might have a game now. 5.8 on the clock, 42-41. A timeout is taken on the floor. Wow. That was banked in. She spun around and let it fly and put it in. That's one of the more impressive shots that you're going to see. This is where you're going to look here for Grayson County to see who you draw up. And, you know, again, you're just trying to get somebody here. If they get fouled, it'll just be one in the bonus on who's going to make your free throws. It's that simple. Who is going to make 2 free throws here to make it a 3-point game? It is a 1-point game at 42-41. 5.8 seconds left on the clock. First horn comes. These two teams played back a couple of weeks ago. It was McLean County that picked up the win. Last year they played twice. McLean County won both times, but the game here at Grayson County High School was a 34-32 win by McLean, in which Grayson County had a chance at the end to win the game, but it didn't fall in. Perkins to trigger. They pass it into Van Meter. Van Meters gets it in one more time to Riggs, who loses the ball. Taken away by McLean. Spinning around, the shot's too long. Rebounded by Jones on the floor, and Jones is fouled. They are going to maybe put some time back on the clock. We'll talk it over to see if time goes on the clock or not. 0.6 is what they're putting on the clock. Bree Jones will go to the line, and for the most part, honestly, if you're Grayson County, they're talking it over. 0.6 on the clock, which is pretty much about right. One of the assistant coaches for McLean doesn't agree, but I think that's about right. It'll be 1 in the bonus, and here, you know what I do if I'm Grayson? Timeout taken here by Todd Johnston. I'm sure he's probably going to talk this over, but that was almost a massive collapse there for Grayson. If I'm Grayson, you're looking at the bonus here. I just throw this one off the backboard. throw this one off the rim. And if McLean County catches it and somehow in 0.6 seconds throws it 3/4 of the court and it goes in, you almost tip your cap. Now then again, you could easily make both of these and then they have to pass it in and make a 3/4 court shot. But again, you just saw Sarah Miller put in one of the more miraculous shots you're going to see. Now, Bree Jones has had the ice water in her veins in this game. She's 3 of 4 from the line in this fourth quarter. All of it coming in these last couple of minutes. Let's see what Todd Johnston will draw up. He'll put Green, Jones, Perkins, Riggs, Van Meter. It'll be Bree Jones to the line. She'll shoot one in the bonus. That's why I'm thinking, I think I just missed this. Let's see. Jones, she does, and it's no good, and that's the game. McLean throws a shot up, and it's no good. Grayson County picks up the 1-point win, 42-41 against McLean County. We'll come back and wrap it up after this. This is Grayson County Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Every day, thousands.
My mom was caught doing drugs, and they said this is not where children are supposed to be. So they removed me and my siblings and put us into foster care.
Brianna spent 9 years in foster care before being adopted with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
After I was adopted, I felt very safe. I definitely see myself.
Grayson County is a winner today, 42-41. We'll take a break, talk to head coach Todd Johnston after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
My mom was caught doing drugs, and they said this is not where children are supposed to be. So they removed me and my siblings and put us into foster care.
Brianna spent 9 years in foster care before being adopted with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
After I was adopted, I felt very safe. I definitely see myself going in the right direction.
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care like Brianna who need a family now. You can help us find them the safe, permanent homes they deserve. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day? $700?
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the the fifth quarter show on K105. We're joined now by the head coach of the Lady Cougars, head coach Todd Johnston, on a night where Grayson County picks up the 42-41 victory against McLean County. And coach, there's a couple of things that we could go with this one, but I think first off is you put your seventh grader at the line in 3 different trips, and I mean, I don't even really count that. It is a miss, but really she made it because she did exactly what she wanted to do, and then she went 3 of 4 from the free throw line. As a seventh grader, that is incredibly impressive, and that was what won you the game.
Well, she's she's been in a bad spot here, not been playing with a lot of confidence, not been playing well. Talked to her before the game and told her this is a game she could have a big impact on, and I needed her to play free, not worry about making mistakes, and play with the confidence that she does when it's a freshman in JV game, so or even a middle school game. So she was much better with that tonight, and like I said, we ran it and she got it, step up, makes them, and then like I said, there at the end, I wasn't going to give them a chance to sling another one in, so at least somebody that was a non-shooter was going to have to throw it 85 feet off that miss. So she missed, but she played really well, and she's really good with us. We put a lot of guards out there at the end trying to eat the clock a little bit. She's going to be a fantastic player.
I'm really excited to see her as she continues to improve. These close games, I know your team hasn't been in a lot of them this year really at all. In fact, I'm looking off the top of my head. Have you been in really any, super close games?
Not that I'm aware of.
I was going to say, I'm going to look
even
here
our
at your
wins
schedule,
have been ugly, and our losses.
Metcalf County. Metcalf County, there you go. That was the one
with
that
about a minute to go, it was a 1-point game,
yes,
I think.
42.
So,
well, because you had the chance there at the end to drop the play, and there was a turnover and so on. But other than that, your team has not been in many of these close games. And how do you think overall, though, they perform? Because it's different. Where every mistake could be winning or losing when it comes down to it.
And what I liked about it is it was different people that contributed it. Isabel came in and got her only 2 points was a huge point because they had all the momentum. We were trying to get something, and she just ripped and drove her girl and made a tough shot. And, typically – that's where we struggle, is making a shot when we have to. And, again, we missed some layups early, but she was tough-minded enough to make that shot and gave us, again, a little bit of a breathing room. And then I was really impressed with our defense as far as down at the stretch. And, Kennedy and Ella sticking their nose down in there and got a rebound. I thought we had a bad walk-in call on Kennedy off a rebound. But anyway, we played through it, and Arissa was really good early for us, and in third quarter kept us going, built the lead. Sid was much better tonight, moving and playing within herself and not getting too worried about some of her misses, and one of the few times all year that we've drawn something out of a timeout and we've scored on it. I mean, again, she had to hit the shot, but we ran a little L cut for her instead of running flex. She's wide open and she drains a three. So we got to build on those things, build on that, and again, really proud of how we executed. We ate probably 45 seconds off the clock, one of those possessions down at the stretch, and just turning over our offense, and we hadn't been able to do that all year either.
This game ended weird. I think McLean, we talked, listen, and I'm sure Ryan Groves a whole lot better than I did. I'm sure he'd probably agree. I'm sure he would say that's exactly the play that he drew up, exactly what he envisioned it to go with. But still, Sarah Miller, listen, tip your cap. That was a heck of a three that she banked in, and then you all turn it over. Were you happy with the fact that your girls in that little sequence where, that is every man for herself, every woman for herself down there, that they were able to, one, not foul, two, end up coming out with the ball?
That's right, yeah. We talk about fighting for loose balls, and we're not a very big team. We all know that, but that's where Ella and Kennedy have gotten so much better about fighting for balls. Arissa's always done it. She's just 5'4" or something, and she's trying to rebound inside against big girls. But even Sid is sticking her nose in there and came up with the possession we had to have. And again, we knew the Miller girl was going to do something. She's their best three-point shooter. I was anticipating a double screen play that they run on the block, but they ran her the other way off really no screen, and she just caught and slung it. It looked like one of your guys over here said, the hook shot, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for a three, and she makes it. And, that's just one of those things you tip your hat to her. And but we executed the out-of-bounds play, got it back in. And, again, in that situation, we were able to get Bree to miss on purpose so they couldn't throw it. But we really did some good things in a really close game down the stretch. So we can build on that, and we need to build on that.
Building on that moves into Tuesday. I know we'll talk about this more on Tuesday, but it's interesting because McLean County's last opponent was Paducah Tillman, and you might be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Paducah Tillman won by 1 point.
They did, 48-47.
So that means you all are going to tie on Tuesday, right?
Well, maybe. And you look at – I haven't seen any film on Tillman yet, but, we'll get started on that these 2 days before the game. But, I think they're like 9-3, 10-4, something like that. They're winning a lot of games. But, the one thing I did tell them, if McLean County can play them that close as good as they are, why can't we? Why can't we do that here on our home floor? Again, it helps when Arissa makes a couple threes. Sid makes her 3 threes, and that gives us some breathing room. I told you it would take 6 or 7 threes. I don't think we got 6. No, Sutton got her 2, so we did.
Yep, you got 6 on the dot.
So 6 or 7 threes, and that changes our team, and we've got to have that. And I think we're going to get some off our penetration and off our execution in our cuts, but we've got to be able to make some shots. And got to the free throw line again and made them. So again, minus the one we told Bree to miss there at the end. But maybe this can start something, because I've talked to you and told you about. We got a ton of 50-50 games, and this is the first one we won. This is the first 50-50 game this year we won. And we talk about Ohio County and some of them like that I felt like we had just as good a chance to win as they did. And but we finally got one. So the girls should know that we can win these games and we can execute. So really proud of them.
Coach, you got a busy week next week. We look forward to it, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Todd Johnston. We'll come back, have more after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on K105.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is ready? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, backpack kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
Welcome back to Grayson County High School. Cougars, Lady Cougars, pick up the 42-41 win against McLean County in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Not a lot of scores going on from around the region. Not a lot of games in action today as I scroll through here. Barron County and girls leads Russell County 32-15 at the half, and that appears to be most of it. The Cougar boys lost earlier today to McLean County 63-49. We'll come back. Wrap it up after this. This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
With a My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Oh boy.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Grayson County picks up the 42-41 victory. Coming up and running down the scoring for this game for McLean County, they were led by 9 points from Cashlyn Rice, 7 each for Sarah Miller and Danielle Reynolds, 6 points from Ava Lanham, 4 points Kennedy Level, and 3 each for Sarah Larkin and for Mallory Hampton. For Grayson County, 15 from Sydney Perkins, 11 for Arissa Riggs, 8 for Sutton Van Meter, 6 for Bree Jones, and 2 for Isabel Blanson. That'll wrap up our coverage on a busy day here at the Cougar Den. I want to thank our K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work all day today. Tiara Lear, Eli Smith, and Cole Snyder all worked very hard today, especially Eli Smith and Tiara. They were the ones that did most of the heavy lifting in this hard work today. I mean, Eli he's volunteering today, and he was running around fixing stuff. He didn't even, in a lot of ways, didn't necessarily even know all of what he was doing. But that's because he's a man, and he's able to figure it out on the way. And he's got a great teacher in yours truly. That'll wrap up our coverage today. Thanking the crew. So on a night where the Grayson County Lady Cougars pick up the 42-41 victory, this is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone. But more importantly, remember, Hoo Day.